8-year-old girl found in trash bags. What her sister revealed is haunting. Hi everyone. What if the people you trust the most are the very ones you should fear? When 8-year-old Nicole Amari Hall vanished from a Georgia motel, the community braced for the worst. Police launched a massive search effort. Canines, helicopters, door-to-door canvassing. But behind the frantic 911 call and desperate pleas, something didn't add up. The surveillance footage showed nothing. The timelines didn't match. And the ones who should have been sounding the loudest alarms, Amari's mother and her partner, seemed oddly composed. Then came the most chilling clue of all. A child's whisper about a place called the Bad Kids Hospital. What really happened to Amari? Why were her siblings so scared to speak? And how did a little girl end up discarded like garbage in the woods? Today, we peel back the layers of deception and reveal a case that broke even the most seasoned investigators. Let's begin. Dear viewers, 8-year-old Nicole Amari Hall had no voice in a world that was supposed to protect her. Living in an extended stay motel in Gwinnett County, Georgia, with her mother Brittany Hall, Brittany's girlfriend Celeste Owens, and 2 younger siblings, Amari's days were cloaked in isolation. The children were homeschooled, rarely seen, by outsiders, and kept away from the community. It was a life cut off from oversight, a perfect environment for secrets and for suffering. On November 21, 2021, Brittany Hall called 911 to report Amari missing. The urgency in her voice sounded real, but investigators would soon learn it was a performance. Police responded swiftly, conducting searches, gathering statements, and collecting surveillance footage. But from the very start, the puzzle pieces didn't fit. Neither Brittany nor Celeste could keep their timelines straight. Details changed, alibis shifted, and most importantly, no security camera ever captured Amari leaving that hotel. Celeste claimed she had been at her grandmother's house with her sister on the day Amari vanished. But when police interviewed the sister, she denied it. Celeste had lied. She then admitted she came home and didn't check on the kids. She just went to bed. She only got up when Brittany supposedly woke her up in a panic, right before calling 911. Meanwhile, officers reviewed hours of surveillance footage from the motel, surrounding streets, and neighboring businesses. No sign of Amari. No footage of Brittany searching. No footage of Celeste searching. Nothing. Desperate for answers, detectives spoke with Amari's surviving siblings. What they heard chilled them. The children talked about a place they called the Bad Kids Hospital. A place where bad children were sent and never came back. One sibling said Amari misbehaved and went away. The language, though childish, hinted at something far more sinister. The little girl said Celeste had told them that Amari was taken away. When he questioned, Celeste tried to dismiss it. Sometimes kids lie, she said. But bruises on the surviving children told a different story. Police observed injuries to their backs, faces, and eyes, injuries far beyond ordinary discipline. The children also appeared malnourished. Detectives intensified their questioning. They asked Celeste point blank, "Did you take Amari? Do you know where she is? Do you know if she's alive?" She denied everything. But her answers were defensive, evasive, and increasingly hostile. Behind the scenes, a digital trail was unraveling. Police subpoenaed phone records and tracked Celeste's movements using GPS data. On November 19th, 2 days before the 911 call, Celeste rented a U-Haul truck. Surveillance footage and flock license plate cameras caught her leaving the motel, driving to DeKalb County, then returning hours later. A receipt confirmed the truck rental, and her cell phone data matched every stop. Then came the moment no one wanted, but everyone feared. On November 22nd, police found a shallow grave near the Stone Mountain Freeway in DeKalb County. Inside, wrapped in 2 black plastic garbage bags, was the body of Nicole Amari Hall. Her body was secured with a black knit cloth. She had been beaten. She was malnourished. She had suffered for a long time. Gwinnett County Police Chief confirmed that the investigation had shifted from a missing person case to a homicide. Celeste Owens was arrested first. Brittany Hall followed the next day. Both were denied bond. The charges: felony murder, malice murder, and multiple counts of cruelty to children. But the horror didn't end there. When preparing for trial, investigators made a sickening discovery on Celeste's phone. Dozens of videos. Graphic, abusive, horrifying. Videos showing Celeste and Brittany abusing the children, slapping, screaming, berating. One video, played in court, showed Celeste slapping Amari so hard her head snapped back. The courtroom fell silent. The jury saw what these children endured daily. It was only 90 seconds long, but it spoke volumes. Then Amari's 9-year-old sister took the stand. Too young to testify in person, she answered questions via video. Her memories were crystal clear. She remembered sleeping on the floor, having no toys, no TV, and being punished regularly. She described the night Amari went to the bathroom, came out with toilet paper in her mouth, and didn't wake up the next morning. She remembered seeing her mother place Amari's body into a container, then into the trunk of a car. When asked where Amari went, she whispered again, "The bad kids' hospital." Her words struck harder than any prosecutor ever could. But not everyone had seen this coming. Amari's grandmother, Barbara Wright, testified that she had no idea what was happening. She described Amari as a joyful, respectful child who loved to help in the kitchen. She said she called and texted Brittany frequently, trying to stay in touch. But Brittany cut her off. No one filed a missing person report until it was far too late. During trial, prosecutors showed graphic autopsy photos. The medical examiner explained Amari's cause of death, multiple blunt force injuries, and added that she suffered from battered child syndrome. That meant Amari had wounds in various stages of healing. She had been beaten over and over again. The examiner said, simply, she died from all of it. In court, the prosecution introduced Celeste's internet search history from November 19th. The searches included, "How do you report someone missing?" "Why do kids run away?" and "Lakes near me." Each query was a breadcrumb of guilt. Prosecutors argued this was evidence of premeditation. Celeste had time to plan. She had time to cover it up. And she still went through with it. In closing arguments, prosecutors asked the jury to hold Celeste accountable, not just for Amari's death, but for the systematic abuse she inflicted on all 3 children. They played more videos, they cited her deleted search history, they pointed to the lies, the manipulation, the attempts to bury the truth, along with Amari. The defense argued there was no direct proof that Celeste delivered the fatal blow. But the jury didn't need a confession. They had the videos. They had the testimony. They had the timeline. And they had Amari's little sister. In less than a week, the jury returned a unanimous verdict. Guilty on all counts. Malice murder. Felony murder. Cruelty to children. The judge, visibly emotional, delivered the sentence. Life in prison without parole, plus 235 years. This is the most heinous case I've seen in my 25 years on the bench, the judge said. You will never again see the light of day. Brittany Hall, who blamed Celeste during the investigation, still awaits trial. Her charges mirror those of Celeste: felony murder, child cruelty, and concealing a death. What happened to Nicole Amari? Hall is almost too horrific to comprehend. A vulnerable child, silenced by fear and isolation, suffered in plain sight. Yet no one intervened until it was too late. While the justice system may have held her abusers accountable, no sentence can ever return what was stolen from her. The fee: chance to grow, to play, to be loved. Her siblings, rescued from the same cycle of terror, are now living with their grandmother. It's a fragile light in an otherwise dark story, but perhaps it's a reminder. Silence enables cruelty, and sometimes evil hides in the very places we assume are safe. If this case teaches us anything, it's to never look away. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Together, we remember Amari. and stand against the darkness that took her. Stay safe. Stay aware.